Welcome back to the 2025 Tula Pink Sew Along, hosted by me, Rachel of the Electric Bee. What are we doing? Well, this year we have been sewing our way through Tula Pink's 100 Modern Quilt Blocks. This is an awesome book that came out quite a while ago, and we're doing 2 blocks a week. So this week we did blocks 39 and 40. Can you believe that we're so close to halfway? I can't. This has actually flown by pretty fast. And man, we had some fun blocks this week. Today, Tula did a lot of blocks that kind of resemble cubes. So this was block number 39. And, my book's a little broken. Block number 40. I guess that's what happens with a lot of use. And so super fun blocks. So let's look at my blocks and then we'll look at some of yours. Da, 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 da. Here are my blocks. All right, we'll start off with Jeremy's. So I am doing 2 quilts, one with the Oak and Maple collection for my husband, and then one with Tula Pink fabric for myself. So these are Jeremy's blocks, and we'll start with his block number 39. Super fun. This block is all about fabric placement. And in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have used this exact stripe on the top because I think it might get a little lost with the background, but overall, I think it's super pretty. This big piece right here is an excellent position to do some fussy cutting or show, some of those bigger prints, and I think it turned out really well. And then here's my block number 40. This one, I think I nailed the fabric placement a bit more. I really like these centers that I used, and then I like the fact that this is the same print, just in 2 different colors. I think it gives the illusion of the cubes really well. This block in particular, a lot of tiny pieces, so that wasn't so fun. But overall, I think it looks really pretty, and I'm excited to see these in the quilt. So I'll throw up a picture right now. So these are all the cross blocks, all the rectangle blocks, and then all the triangle blocks thus far. All right, and then my cutie patootie Tula Pink block. So we'll start off with block number 39. I am so glad I finally got to use one of these dogs. So I was able to put the Chihuahua in here. I think he's just so cute. And I haven't been able to use this fabric yet. So, because these prints are so big, but I'm really glad that I got him in there. I like that I used the 2 stripes. Again, maybe I should have used a more contrasty fabric for this top bit, but overall, I just think it's super cute. I love it so much. And I can't wait for the quilt. And then here's my block number 40. Again, I think this one turned out really pretty. I really like, the contrast that I got. I like the fact that I centered, all of my little rainbows. I just think it's super cute. I really like these blocks. This one, again, pretty challenging in the fact that there was just so many tiny pieces, but the end result I think is so pretty. So I think it was, kind of worth it in the end, but yeah. So I'll throw up a picture here of all of my cross blocks, all of the rectangle blocks, and then all of the triangle blocks thus far. So looking super pretty. We're 40 blocks down. That's awesome. We're just inching our way towards that halfway point, which is super exciting. But that also means we're halfway through the year. So June is just right around the corner, which I think is a crazy pants. All right, so this week, the only picture that I have is my mom's block. So let's take a look. I really, really like hers. She embraced, of course, doing the fun, front of the cubes, much like I did. For her block 39, of course, I love all the oranges. I love that floral print that she used in her block number 39. Super pretty. And then her block 40, I think she made that one twice, or maybe it was the other one twice. She said that she made it and then didn't like her color placement. And that's the thing with these blocks, is it's really about what colors you choose to give that cube look. So she ended up remaking it, but I love the owls. She's used that owl print before, and I just think they look super fun. Her cubes are super defined, and I really, really like them. So good job, Mom. Just a reminder, if you would like to share your pictures with me, follow along at Electric Bee Quilting over on Instagram. Use the hashtag TP100block2025 so that I can see your blocks, and then put them on Saturdays here during our weekly wrap-up. Our regular videos go up on Sundays and Wednesdays. And then just a little reminder, I do own, you know, a long arm quilting machine, and I can quilt any quilt you would like, or, you know, panels if you'd like to make a coat or a bag or whatever. Go ahead and contact me if you're interested. And I have a really open schedule, so I have a really quick turnaround time. I also do a lot with Quilts of Valor, so I thought I'd show just a couple of pictures in here, some of the Quilts of Valor that I've done. And I really like working with that organization. I love getting those quilts. Quilts of Valor, for those of you who don't know, is a volunteer organization, a 501(c) organization where volunteers make the quilts, and then myself, as part of what's called the Long Army, I receive those quilts and then I quilt them. And then, you know, someone else binds them and then gives them to veterans. So it's a really awesome organization. I love that I get to be a part of it. And yeah, I love the really awesome quilts that come in, and knowing that they're, you know, going to go to those veterans and be wrapped up in something snugly. But just a reminder, if you have anything that needs to be quilted, or you'd like to have it long arm quilted, I have really quick turnaround time, and just go ahead and contact me either via Instagram or here on YouTube. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!